Good day, scholars. Thank you so much for subscribing to this channel. As a backup, I appreciate you all. I want to give you the latest update in regards to where we are at with the Sayian Scholar channel and the deletion. The times are very nerve-wracking, as you can imagine. I've never been in this situation before, so as you can imagine, I'm doing everything I can, so if something did happen, I won't have any regrets about not trying my very best to save the Sayian Scholar channel. I've contacted friends, I've contacted Toei, I've contacted YouTube support, and I'll always say this, my channel is your channel, and the reason I say that is this is not just a battle for myself anymore with Toei. I'm 100% confident in my fair use and played by that code as well as any. I mainly use pictures and gameplay, and if my channel falls, then anyone can be taken down, and I don't wish that on anyone, but this outcome will matter for us all. And it shouldn't be a case of everyone hides in their shell until they're targeted by Toei. No, if I've followed that rule for so long with the fair use, being very professional with it, and my channel gets taken down like that, then everyone needs to be made aware of this. This will be a loss for all of us, not just because my channel is gone, because everyone's at risk. Thank you so much for sticking with me. Even if it's moral support to keep my spirits high, it definitely helps, guys. It's never nice to be stuck in limbo assuming the worst. But also a huge thank you to Wixer, Lord Azen, and many more for their support in the sense that they've provided me with advice for the actual situation. But here is the latest channel update. The counter notifications have been forwarded today, so Toei have 10 to 14 business days to reply with their reason why my videos weren't made under fair use, following up with YouTube's deemed legal takedown request, even though it's an obvious mistake in the system. One where everything has passed the upload check, YouTube has given things the okay when you upload a video, but when times come like this, you get thrown under the bus by YouTube, and you're the one to blame for everything despite their poor copyright checker, giving you a false sense of security. And it shouldn't be that way. Channels shouldn't have to go from safe to insta-death within seconds. No warnings, no chance to rectify mistakes that pass the YouTube copyright checker. It's a completely poor service and is not reliable, and they should take account for that part of it. Giving content creators, ones with no intention of causing copyright issues, give them the chance to say, okay, if that's not acceptable, I'll rectify it to show that I'm not intending to steal your content in any way. I'm using it under fair use. YouTube is terrible in that shape and form. However, YouTube has reviewed my copyright counter notifications and done their bit on it by the looks of it. I obviously wrote separate ones for each video counter, the reason why my videos were under fair use, for 18 different videos, and I won't bore you with those specific details of what I wrote, but it's good and reassuring to know YouTube have actually now reviewed and thought, well, this guy holds valid points, and they didn't just reject it all at the first gate, but we shouldn't get our hopes up yet. This is where the real battle undergoes with Toei for them to prove why it's not fair use. I'm glad YouTube checked this and forwarded the points I gave though. Now, as you all know, I've used pictures and video gameplay on pretty much 99% of my videos. But here's the truth. If I've ever used clips in recent times, they have been chopped down, talked over, assisted with panels, pictures, information, manga parts. It's not like I'm uploading a full scene with the music, the voices, the dialogue, the full footage of a scene, and intending on selling it, selling the original work and gaining a profit from it. That's not how I roll. Everything has been made with a reason on a topic. Like I said, for education, review, and all that. But the problem with the Toei strikes is that they were so random. It was a mix of a few videos like that, a what if with moving pictures only, and even a channel member discussion with one still image. There is no pattern. Now, out of all the videos that were struck, there is only one of those 18 that I feel Toei could argue. And that's the first Broly movie review I did, commenting over everything, giving my analysis on the character and about the movie. In a nutshell, the video was near 10 minutes long, and key clips were cut from the first movie, completely cut down, transforming the original work in order to give my point over that I was discussing. Now, they could argue that I used clips for most of that movie, but the truth about that is, by watching my video from start to finish, you can clearly see, any human could see this, that the intention of that video is not to try and stream the movie, the full clips from the movie, trying to make a profit from the original unaltered work. It's cut in such a way, 1.5 hours down to minutes worth, with running criticism. You cannot make out the full movie in its purest form from the clips that I cut down. It's impossible. And that one is the only one I could see them disputing. But that's one and shouldn't be 18 different copyright strikes. The ones like could Vegeta beat Imperfect Cell or could Super Saiyan 3 beat Fat Boo, those have cut clips but are completely overwritten or accompanied by tons of separate manga panels for criticism and review, gaming footage with that. Most of the other videos were literally spoiler coverage of one rough draft spoiler panel, or get this, gameplay mod footage of Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta talking about GT Vegeta. So now you know where the strikes are aiming at. Absolutely nothing and everything at the same time. Gameplay footage, still pictures, moving PNGs, and completely cut and modified clips for review. Get this, my future Trunks, what if he returned in the Buu Saga? They didn't ban the whole full story, but they just struck Part 4 on its own. Does that make any sense? Part 4 is within the full one. So whether it's manual or a bot, it's unbelievable how this has worked out. But I will update you all when Toei replies to the YouTube's forwarded counters, but it goes to show you that YouTube didn't cut them down at the first gate, like they do with many other counters they review. So now it's a waiting time of 10 to 14 business days, and if Toei don't reply in that time, the video strikes do get auto-retracted. The battle with Toei is not just my fight, guys. It's a battle for all creators, and if my channel falls, anyone is at risk here if the right support network is not in place. And I don't want that to happen to anyone. People work hard on this platform, and it's a living for a lot of people. And if I get through this, the first thing I'm going to be doing is creating a syndicate of support with the best possible creators to support others in times like this. Whether it's information or rebuilding, that's my goal. It's completely unfair. Anybody has to go through this in the future. We are at the phase in this beam struggle where Gohan has just fired his Kamehameha back towards Cell with Goku in his corner. So I'm here, and I'm going to keep fighting this. I'll see you soon, scholars.